Chapter 37. They Not Us. A bunch of gorillas, chimpanzees, and monkeys run down an Elosa Corporation hallway. King leads the way. Points in front of the group at the end of the hallway. That it! Above the door reads, Lab 9. King didn't even break stride and crushed open the door. They entered a long room that was part of a cloning laboratory. There was one scientist fiddling with some equipment. King picked him up by the face and walked towards the far wall. King looked around. Cages lined the lab. Macaque monkeys were in almost all the cages. The caged monkeys began noticing the situation and started screaming and pounding on their cages. What? King looked around at all the cages, then back at the scientist, and smashed his head into the wall like a pomegranate. One chimp walked up to the cages, reached in and touched the occupant. Hello? The chimp asked. The monkey in the cage just screamed, jumped back, and started running around in circles. Slash was looking over the chimp's shoulder and examined closer. They not us, Slash announced, and then he looked over at King. No care, let them out. All, King ordered. The cages were quickly unlocked by the tribe members. Chaos took over the lab, screaming monkeys everywhere. A few of the lab monkeys even attacked some of the tribe in confusion of whose tribe this was. King held up a hand, his hand saying to his tribe, do not retaliate. After a few seconds of insanity, most of the lab monkeys started flooding out the door. The tribe looked at each other, confused. From outside the lab, down the hall, someone yelled, Look out! Here they come! And the rapid-fire cracking of gunfire filled the hallway. The tribe quickly ran towards the door. The escaping macaques were being mowed down by a few guards in the hallway. The tribe had no choice and charged down the hallway into the gunfire, medieval armor leading the way. A chimp with a shield was in the front, ducking behind his shield and pushing forward. Slash was right behind him. They were climbing over piles of dead monkeys. The chimp's shield absorbed some shots with dull thuds. Doot, 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 doot. He looked back at Slash and smiled like, yeah! Then he got hit in the legs. He fell to the ground, but Slash quickly picked him up and continued to plod forward, holding the injured chimp. Their war machine couldn't stop. A quick tapping thud pelted the shield again. Slash lowered himself into a pile of the dead macaque monkeys for cover, as both guards focused fire on them. Slash took a few shots in the legs and lowered himself deeper into the pile of monkeys, hoping for some relief from the constant fire. He roared in pain. Behind Slash, other chimps and gorillas were attempting the same thing, small packs leading with shields, using piles of dead monkeys as cover. There was a lull in gunfire. Slash looked up. They were reloading. If they reloaded again, he wasn't sure he'd be alive after another hail of gunfire like that. And he looked down at the chimp holding the shield. His face said, We're charging. The chimp's face agreed. Slash stood up. Bullets in his legs screamed in pain, but he charged. Trying not to stumble over piles of dead monkeys, Slash looked over the shield. They were almost done reloading. They were going to finish reloading before he could get there and rip their heads off. One guard lifted his gun in slow motion, and Slash lowered his head and body behind the shield as much as he could, bracing for the hot impact of bullets. One shot went off, and then Slash heard a grunt. Not a gorilla grunt, though. It was a human grunt. He leaned over the shield to look. The guard that was shooting was now falling over like a statue. A sword stuck out from his chest. A red line from the base of his neck went down his chest about a foot and met the sword. Blood spilled out from the red line. The guard dropped dead, revealing Moon behind him. Moon bared his baboon teeth and jumped at the second guard. The guard turned and fired at him. King and Slash were already sprinting down the hallway, dead macaque monkeys flying up in their wake. They pounded the life out of the second guard as Moon fell back limping. Moon fell back against the wall, holding his bullet-riddled medieval chest piece. Blood spilled out from around his fingers through the bullet holes, and Moon fell over.